Welcome back. This is 5G of retainer arrangement. During the outbreak of the pandemic, lots of conspiracy theories were flying left, right, and center, one of which was that of 5G. So I decided to explore this 5G as well in our business law module. Anyway, we'll find out as we proceed. You see, when someone threatens to call their lawyer, he or she could very well have a lawyer on retainer. To have a lawyer on retainer means that the client pays a lawyer an agreed amount periodically. In return, the lawyer performs some legal services whenever the client needs them. Retainers are most useful for businesses that need constant legal work but do not have enough money to hire a lawyer full-time to work in-house, or need external lawyers to support their full-time in-house legal team. Also, individuals are likely to send a lot of legal work and might want to have a lawyer or law firm on retainer. Yes, individuals are likely to need a lot of legal work due to the volume of transactions they're undertaking per time, so they need to keep a lawyer or a law firm on standby. A retainer arrangement benefits both the client and the attorney. The attorney has the assurance of being paid monthly or at least regularly. This is particularly helpful if a client is slow in paying. On the other hand, the retainer arrangement is also beneficial for the client because it provides priority attention and an estimated budget for legal fees. Depending on the nature of your case, however, it is uncommon for a legal matter to blow up, requiring much more time and effort to resolve. So it helps you have a budget for legal issues because you've had a pre-agreed sum. If anything exceeds that sum, hardly would the lawyer come to give you a fresh bill because there's already a pre-agreed sum. So there are lots of advantages when it comes to retainership. But before you say I do, questions you have to ask yourself is this: what do you look out for before jumping into the hands of a lawyer? It's unfortunate to observe how people choose lawyers based on family, religious, and social ties without paying attention to their area of expertise. Some companies have lost lawsuits and hard-earned money due to the incompetence of their legal arsenal. That a lawyer is fluent in legalese and that knows all the legal maxims and all the Latin quotes and everything and is well known doesn't mean he or she is suited for you. He or she has to be well known in your area of need. For the records, no lawyer is an expert in every area of law, and as such, you have to give it some thoughts before saying I do to any lawyer. This brings us to what I intentionally couched as 5G of a retainer agreement. It simply means 5 things I feel you should include in your checklist when shopping for a lawyer. What are these 5 things that you should include in your checklist? For instance, first, I'll look at grades, I'll look at growths, I'll look at groups, I'll look at gifts, and I'll look at the gig itself. Let's talk about grades. If you're settling for an individual lawyer instead of a firm, it might be wise to ask for the person's resume or CV and ascertain the person's grades, among other things. It may not be a perfect pointer to who the person is as people change, but it may give you some first impression and presumptions to work with. If, for instance, your candidate graduated with a 3rd class, it could be a red flag upon which other presumptions of negligence, ineptitude, mediocrity are built. Though this is not always the case, as we had that our beloved Gani Fawemi of blessed memory finished with a 3rd class back then. So that is why it is a presumption, a very rebuttable presumption at that, and not a flawless conclusion. On the other hand, or the other extreme, if the candidate finished with a 1st class, It could be a pointer to their diligence and commitment to tasks and excellence, as hardly do people bag a first class by chance. Again, people change and nothing is as it seems. So I advocate you give everyone a clean slate and a chance to prove you right or wrong. When it comes to law firms, research on how they are graded alongside others. There are lots of platforms that rank and rate, that rank law firms. Check how that your law firm, fares amongst their peers. You can't be working on $100 million facility and you are shopping for a roadside law firm that has no experience in project finance and are on Google level. It goes without saying, in this age, you should be able to research your law firm. If they're not active online, that should give you a presumption of the kind of practice they are running. Institutions such as IFLR, 1000, Chambers Global tell you more about law firms doing exceptionally well in every jurisdiction. So these platforms, the IFLR 1000 and the Chambers Global and some other platforms like that, they focus on law firms, focus on their expertise, focus on their successes. So with that, you can research and find out which law firm is best suited for the kind of project you have. That ABC law firm is doing well does not mean they are good for every project you have. Some law firms, their expertise is in, for instance, maritime law. That doesn't mean they will be good for your IP projects. Their expertise is intellectual property and copyright. That doesn't mean that they will be good in project finance, in real estate. So you have to understand this and research well before shopping for your lawyer. The next one is growth. While holding that resume, assess the candidate's growth trajectory post-call. Yes, what has he or she been doing since graduation till date? If they have never worked for a law firm, it could mean that all they know is based on all they have experienced and might have never leveraged on the knowledge and experience of veterans in the profession. Someone that has not been exposed to mentorship might not be able to be vast and broad in this practice. Like I say, lawyers never work alone. So if you've been doing a one-man show, if you've been running a one-man show since your post-call experience, that could be a pointer that person may not have all the competencies needed to deliver on your job. Check if the candidate has been committed to a continuous personal development since graduation. Do they have postgraduate degree? Do they have a master's, for instance, or a certification in a different field, even if it's in project management, in IT, and things related to that? Are they devoted to continuous personal development? Are their publications created? Are they publications created to their names? Searching, Google them and find out if they have publications. Are they active on LinkedIn? Check their posts. The quality of these things have a way of telling you what you'll be expecting. Another thing you should look out for is groups. Just like Liverpool FC fans, lawyers weren't designed to work alone, like I earlier said. Lawyers are meant to be interdependent, so find out if they belong to the bar society of their jurisdiction. For Nigeria, do they belong to Nigerian Bar Association? You can also go ahead to investigate if they are in good standing and have active membership. Belonging to other professional association networks and social and volunteer groups could be a very good plus. It goes a long way to show you their networking capacity. Sometimes some things are not just legal needs. Some things are network needs. They can leverage on relationships to be able to get you what you want. So for law firms, check their legal team, review their individual profiles on their websites, or look them up on LinkedIn. Check out for their reviews on social media as well as followership. It reveals a whole lot. Now let's talk about gifts. The Holy Book says the gift of a man makes room for him. So what giftings do these people have? It is very important to pay attention to their gifting, which is their area of expertise. Again, this is where LinkedIn comes in handy and views from referrals. You have to make sure that your prospective partner or firm has the requisite skill sets and network needed to deliver on your tasks within the provided time, quality, and budget. When it comes to lawsuits, reviewing law reports will, among other things, give you an idea of lawyers and firms that are often featured in some matters. So if you're reviewing the Nigerian weekly law reports or monthly law reports, all these law reports, check out the law firms that are mentioned periodically, the law lawyers that have been mentioned periodically. It could be a pointer. These are people that thrive in this kind of courses. Because if you're handling matrimonial courses, for instance, it would be futile looking for a lawyer that has expertise in oil and gas. There's no real correlationship between the two. So, having said things about gifts, let's move to the gig. Finally, what is their current gig? What are they doing at the moment? Have they been keeping busy? If they're not busy, it could be a blunt pointer that they don't know what they are doing. As the result for good work is more work. But then I'm trying to say that if they've not been busy for a very long time, it could be an indicator that other clients have appraised them not to be diligent and excellent in what they claim to be doing. Because if they are very busy, if they claim that they are busy and actually they are busy, it's important that they know what they are doing. Because to him that has more will be given. More responsibilities are usually not thrown to people that don't have anything they're doing, but to people that have more than they can even take in that they're doing. Because everybody wants their work to be done by a professional, by an expert, or someone with excellence. So what do they have in their hand at the moment? What are they doing? What are they doing? Not what have they done in the past. What are they doing at the moment? Appraise that legal practitioner. Appraise that firm. Check out what they have on hand. This could be a pointer that they know what they are doing. Again, probe and keep probing till you are satisfied. There is no end to the probing. Keep probing. Keep searching until you are satisfied. If most firms, what they do these days is that any major project they have on hand, they go to LinkedIn to talk about it, or they put it on their websites. That gives you an idea where their strength and their capacity they have. The Holy Book tells us when God appeared to Moses, what he asked him is, what do you have in your hand? Not what was it that you had in your hand. So check out what they are doing at the moment. It could be a pointer to their capacity. If they've not been busy, well, it could be a pointer that they've not been doing very well. So let's talk about retainer fees. Retainer fees is something you pre-agree with your attorney before signing a retainer arrangement or agreement. Let the scope of work be defined and payment arrangement as well. Whether it's a contingency fee, a flat fee, or even an hourly rate, you should pre-agree before signing. And when you do, be honorable enough to comply. However, be sure there are no hidden charges. Yes. Ask that question clear. Are there other hidden charges? Investigate after even you've gotten your answer. Still investigate to be sure there are no hidden charges, unforeseen charges, surprises that could spring up. And that brings us to the end of 5G or retainer arrangement. Lots of things go on in the practice. You must have heard people talk about, especially in Nigeria, charge and bill lawyers. These charge and bill lawyers, for instance, are most times they are excellent lawyers in themselves, but just that they've devoted their area of practice to issues related to billing of people that have been accused or charged with one crime or the other. Those kind of people are not people you want to bring on board to handle things that relate to your startup, your enterprise, your project finance, your company secretarial activities, because that's not their strength. So you have to look at a lawyer that is abreast with current trends, things happening, for instance, at the Corporate Affairs Commission, at SEC, that Securities and Exchange Commission. These are the kind of lawyers that you should be interfacing with when you're talking about a lawyer for your company, for your business, because sometimes with the relationship they have in-house, by in-house I mean at the Corporate Affairs Commission or SEC, you can be able to deliver timely on your projects and on your results. So this is not exhaustive in any way. Like I always say, take out time to think more, keep probing. Nothing is as it seems until you are satisfied with what you have found. Then make your choice. All right. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be calling it a wrap very soon with the future of law. Till then, see you again. Bye.